What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Another weekend of wrapping the Tesla. Everything here is pretty straightforward. You can watch plenty of videos on YouTube and all that stuff, but you can get my perspective from just a random person that's not an expert at all. So if you want to try this yourself, I ran out of wrap. The rear bumper didn't go so well, but we'll try again next weekend. But yeah, if you just want to try to get into this yourself and want just a regular person perspective, you can watch this video and watch me through it. Now the fenders, those are super easy. The door was super easy. The pillar up there, that was super easy. The hood, super easy. It's just the front and rear bumpers are a colossal pain in the ass. Even this part right here, granted, it's one really big sheet. I had to have my wife hold it for me a little bit, but even that was pretty simple. It's just mainly the bumpers that give you the most amount of trouble. Got this bumper here. It's not perfect. I'll probably have to redo it later, but I just don't feel like doing it because I've been wrapping for 2 weekends now. So maybe in a few months or something. But I'm gonna go ahead and take this mirror off and then take this trim off so I can wrap the driver's side door. All right, so you got your driver's side door here. You're gonna need a little tool. I got a little pick thing here. You can use a screwdriver, whatever. So you're gonna pop that out. That pops right out. You got some screws up in here. Bam. And then let's see, where's that other one at? Yeah, take the pop this thing off right here. So we'll go ahead and pop this off right here, right? Alright, so that just pops right off. You could probably use a screwdriver, a pick, whatever. Alright, then you got a screw in there. So we'll go over to our tools here. Let's see what we got. Alright, what one is this one? This is T25, 30, 27. Alright, let's see here. Alright, yeah, so it looks like it is a T30. Zoom in on there. There it goes. Yep. So I'm just using these screwdrivers. You can get cheap bits or whatever from Harbor Freight, but so let's just turn right out. They're not in there hard at all. But yeah, so you got one. Where's the other one at? Two. And then you got one over here. So I don't know if you can see it. One. And then right under the armrest, 2 and 3. So 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna take those out and come on back. All right, so we removed our bolts. We need 1, there's 1 under here, 2 and 3. Now we gotta pop off the speaker so we can get to this other bolt. Let's see, I'm probably gonna need a pry tool. You can kind of see it. Comes out super easy. And then we'll just unplug that from the little speaker. All right, so we popped the speaker off right here. So let's go ahead, let's take off the door panel and then go from there. Just pulls right off. It's really hard to mess it up. Just pull it all around, Well, that's one way to do it. All right, so popped off the door. Nothing really broke. You can kind of see you got the clips. All the clips are still on there. Sure felt like it broke because it ripped right off there, but looks like this one might have bent a little bit right here. And just kind of, oh shit, well, that one's now broke, but that's okay. I've got some replacements. That'll be fine. All right. So now we got to take this side mirror off. We got 1, 2, and then 3 under here. So we're gonna go ahead and take that off. And come on back. These are 10 mils. They're always 10 mils. All right, so we just zip these 2 off here. 1, 2, and then these just pull out. There's little clips in this rubber, and then you got 1 more right there to get the mirror off. So we go ahead and take that off, and then we should be good. I don't know if I can get that on camera, but let's see here. Let's take the drill here. All right, so to remove the mirror, this unclips it super easy. You just push that tab down, and then this is clipped into here, so I just pop this out. So I'll be able to pull the mirror through there. All right, so now I'm on the other side. It's hard to go around there, so it's all unplugged. I can pull up on the mirror, and then that'll just pull right out to here, and I have my mirror. Good, put that up here with the other Tesla stuff. And now we have to pull off our trim right here. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just clip the door panel back on so I can work with the door. All right, so next we want to remove this. And it's not held on there with screws or clips or anything. It's just a rubber pressure gasket. I'm in Alabama, so the sun really cakes down on this rubber, so it almost like melts. So it gets super hard to pull off of there. But all I'm doing is I'm just lifting up right under here and pushing up. And then as it goes up, I grab my pry tool here and kind of go up in there as I lift on it. All right, so these ones are just super stuck on there. This one on the rear door was no walk in the park either. But man, I am really ripping up on these with no avail. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give it a little bit of heat maybe. So be careful on there too much, and then I'm gonna grab a pair of gloves. To turn into the Hulk to rip that thing off of there. I want to show you so you can see how that rubber is just melted on there. So that's why it's so hard to take off of there. So as I'm pulling up, I'm also using my pry tool on this side to help guide it along. So I'm pulling from back here and lifting up here. That way it don't bend it in half, ripping on it so hard. But yeah, it is a pain. It is a colossal pain. There it goes. All right, success. I didn't bend it in half. A lot easier going back on, that's for sure. So now that that trim is off and the mirror is off, we can tuck in all our wrap right into that groove right there. Now it's super dirty, so I'm using CarPro eraser. All right, so door's back on. I just clipped the panel in there a little bit. It's nothing too crazy. But now we can wipe it down. Let's see where's my stuff at, yeah. There we go, and I'm just using CarPro eraser. You can use ISO, propyl alcohol, but that's what I'm doing. So I'm gonna give this a good wipe down, and then we'll get to laying the wrap. One thing you want to pay special attention to is clean inside of here really good. There's a lot of dirt. And then clean along your edges really good too, because there's a lot of dirt that'll get in there. So I just spray it on the rag and then just kind of do one of these all the way around. And then also on that door handle too. Just get that really good, because that's where dirt's gonna be, and then your wrap won't stick if it's dirty. All right, now we got our door nice and clean, so we can lay our wrap down. Some people put tape over there. I know I just cut it along the edge. You don't have to like stab it really hard. You can just score the salmon, it'll cut. So now I got this big piece of film. I don't want to be working with this monstrosity, so I'm going to cut it down to closely the shape of the door. So you don't want to cut it too short and screw yourself up. Cool, so I've laid the film down right there. All I did is I just stuck it on this pillar right here. That way I could peel the film off. And then I just kind of laid it down nice in here. So what I'm going to do is heat up the film and stretch it and then squeegee it on there. Easier said than done, but the doors are like so easy. All right, so once I get the film laid on there, what I like to do is go around the edges with the heat gun and then just press everything in, make sure it's all good, and then I'll start making my cuts with a fresh blade. All right, so I just made my cut around the door handle. I just kind of follow the edge. I'm not grinding the blade into the paint, but rather just kind of lightly poking through there. And what I'll do is heat it up. Nice. I'll just kind of rub my finger right around the edge there just to get everything kind of pressed in. And then you can just open it and press it all down. All right, and that's the door handle all tucked in and wrapped around there. Now I'm going to go through and just kind of cut along here. What I'll probably do is do this from the other wall, then open the door so it's just easier to work with. I'll have to cut this side first. So I'll probably do that. Cut this side first, go down here, and then just open the door to get the rest of it. And we are all wrapped up for the weekend. I got vivid satin blue chrome. That's the color of this wrap, got off Amazon. But there's the door right there. It's all done, putting it all back together. It's the opposite of taking it apart. It's way easier to put it back together. This thing is 100% easier. That's just some grease from my hands and sweat that I wipe off there, but that is how she looks. Only a couple things I have left to do. To finish up the rear bumper this weekend. I had to get some more double-sided tape, stick the wing back on there. But other than that, she'll be all done. So overall, wrapping the Tesla, it's not too bad. Just the bumpers. Like I said, the bumpers are just harder. But that is how she looks. If you made it this far, thanks for watching. I don't know, you have a perspective on a normal guy wrapping a Tesla. Definitely not an instructional video. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of going along, but thanks for watching. If you like this video, give it a like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. And we'll see you next weekend when I finish up the rear bumper.